Hi guys, it's Kelly Gray of The Empowered Daughter. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about navigating a relationship with a narcissist, be that a parent or an intimate partner. And one step, one stride forward in the step to your own personal empowerment is just to really see with a little more clarity the reality of the relationship. I find that a lot of the women that I work with, and I was like this too because I've been in relationships with narcissists, is that we're really coming from this real possibilities thinking perspective where it's possible that this person is going to become really loving. It's possible that they're going to start regulating their emotions. It's possible they're not going to scream and yell. It's possible that they're going to approach our relationship with more maturity. It's possible that they're not going to manipulate me anymore or gaslight me. Um, it's possible I'm going to feel really loved and fulfilled by this relationship. It's possible that they're not going to hurt me anymore, that they're going to start to see, we'll have all these conversations and they'll come to a point where they're going to see that they're really hurting me. This is all possible. Um, it's wonderful to be a person who sees possibilities, but it can also be a real trap that keeps us in these dynamics that are toxic, abusive, whatever you want to call it, not working, okay? Because we're not seeing reality, we're not seeing things the way they really are. We're seeing a lot of potential there, but is that potential ever going to actually happen? We could spend, I spent decades of my life, and other women who have spent decades of their lives in possibilities thinking, it's just around the corner, next week he's going to land in this space, or my parent will. There's a lot of that as well. You know, I've heard so many stories, that my mom will be there when I'm sick, even as an adult. I'm going to get sick and my mom's going to be there for me. And, we're going to have this incredible bond and relationship that we haven't had yet. And so there's kind of this like we're kind of like in a waiting room, waiting for the love to come. And it's not um realistic. It's just not realistic. So a big stride forward, a big step forward in our path to our own empowerment is to kind of see things for the way they really are. And so I like to talk about this as the difference between possibilities and probabilities. Possibilities is my optimistic thinking of what could happen, and probabilities is my lived experience of this person. This is data, this is feedback, this is observable, right? This is my realistic experience of this person. And so I find that it's been really helpful to think of your life in terms, or these situations or scenarios or relationships in terms of possibilities versus probabilities. And to say, yes, it's possible, but is it probable? And to check in on your own probability scale, your own scientific observation and lived experience of this relationship. Is it probable? Not expecting this other person to come to some sort of breakthrough, because we can't control other people, right? We can't control people. We can't make them change. We can do all of the, you know, conversations, begging, pleading, ultimatums, trying to create a situation where the other person kind of has some sort of breakthrough, and we can't control that. And I'll just say, like in the therapeutic community, people who are highly narcissistic, who have a lot of narcissism and a lot of traits, are known to be very resistant to therapy. They're one of the toughest client groups to work with because they actually are so the real what's really happening with them is that they have so much shame and they have so many defenses around their shame. They have no capacity to self-reflect. They have no capacity to see their shame, to hold their shame, to feel their vulnerability, to feel their hurts. they don't have capacity for it generally. There's different kinds of narcissists, but the prominent kind of narcissist is a person who has a lot of shame, and they're in incredible denial about shame. And also, people who are in denial about their shame are in denial about being in denial. So there's no sense in like trying to tell someone you're in denial. They're not going to agree with you because they're in denial about being in denial. That's just how this works. This is just human psychology, okay? So narcissists are just known to be very, very, very difficult clients to work with. Um, if a trained therapist has a hard time getting anywhere close to this person's vulnerability, or they're creating a scenario where this person is willing to do any sort of self-reflection, uh, how probable are you going to be at creating a scenario where this person's going to self-reflect? You know, so and I could talk on, and we could talk through this scenario out and they go kind of where to go from here. But this is really about you, and this is about your personal empowerment. Okay, because whenever we find ourselves in a relationship with a narcissist, be it a parent or be it a partner, we our personal power is low. That's why we're there. If our personal power was high, we wouldn't be in those situations. We would have left a long time ago. Okay. So our personal power is at a lowered capacity. So the way that we navigate this relationship is really not by trying to manage this person or how they show up or helping them to see themselves. That's going the wrong way. It's putting my energy the wrong way. I want to put my energy this way and build my capacity for my personal power. Okay. And one of the ways that we can do that is we can get really honest with ourselves and do a fierce inventory of this relationship and what's really happening. Okay. We've been manipulated. We've probably been subjected to a lot of gaslighting, a lot of dismissing, a lot of denial. So it's time to not do that to ourselves. It's time to not do that to ourselves anymore. Okay. So you can approach the relationship in different scenarios in the relationship and different things that are happening, and ruptures in the relationship, and you can have your possibilities thinking. I'm not telling you to shut it off. Don't try and fight ourselves here. We're working with ourselves, not against ourselves. Okay, have the possibilities thinking, but the invitation is for you to follow up right away with the probabilities. Journal. Okay, here's what's possible. Here's what's probable based on my lived experience, because that will start to get the fuzziness and the lack of clarity and the chaos that you're feeling into a sharper focus. We want to get clear vision, okay? Clear eyes, clear vision, 20/20 vision when it comes to this relationship and what's really happening. And that is a monumental stride forward in our personal power, because we're starting to see things the way they really are, rather than with these kind of distorted lenses on, hoping that things will change. Because we don't want to be sitting in the waiting room for our lives, okay? For the rest of our lives, we don't want to be sitting in the waiting room, okay? This is a way for you to start building your own personal power. Um, and then at some point, you'll make some decisions regarding that relationship and boundaries and all sorts of different things. Discussion for a different day. Just start with this one piece, okay? And see where you get, see where you land with it. I hope you find that helpful. I'd love to hear from you, whether you send me a message or reply in the comments. Let me know how this landed for you, okay? Much love to you. You've got this. All right. All right. Have a great day.